When my wife passed away, I was left to raise our little twins alone. My own parents turned their backs, but my in-laws took us in with open arms. You know, the day my wife Courtney died, I knelt by her grave, cradling our twin babies completely broken. I truly believed my own family, my blood family, would be there for me, would offer some comfort. Instead, they turned their backs, abandoning us when we needed them most. But then a light appeared in the darkest moment. My in-laws, Leonard and Francis, opened their arms and sheltered us like we were their own flesh and blood. And it was in those harrowing, lonely days that a quiet strength grew in me, forging a resolve for the reckoning I knew would eventually come. My name is Barrett Winslow, and I'm just a farmer 33 years old, living out in the peaceful Kentucky countryside. My life used to be simple, beautiful, even with Courtney, my gentle wife, and our adorable twins Noah and Nora. Our little home wasn't wealthy, but it was always bursting with laughter and warmth. Then, like a sudden brutal storm sweeping across the fields, everything changed. Courtney, my light, my anchor, was ripped from us by an aggressive cancer, just months after diagnosis. I still remember the doctor's heavy voice, Courtney's frail hand in mine, her bright but weak eyes looking at me, whispering how much she loved us, how I had to be strong for our children. I nodded, tears streaming, but inside something shattered. She was gone on a drizzly afternoon, leaving me staring out a hospital window at a sky as gray as my soul. Courtney's funeral was simple, just like her. We chose a small church where we'd once made promises to each other. Noah and Nora, only 5 years old, clung to my hands, their innocent eyes not yet grasping the enormity of our loss. They wore the little green woolen outfits Courtney had knitted herself, asking, "Where's Mommy, Daddy? Will she come back?" I could only hold them tighter, fighting back my own tears. In that quiet church surrounded by mourning, I felt two very different presences. My in-laws, Leonard and Francis Fletcher, arrived early. They stood by my side, their shoulders trembling with grief, Francis hugging Noah and Nora so tightly, tears streaming down her wrinkled cheeks. Leonard, a man of few words, just squeezed my shoulder, silently passing on his strength. They didn't need to say much. Their eyes held boundless love for Courtney, for me, and for their grandchildren. Their sincerity was a small, crucial warmth in the freezing pain. But then my own parents, Curtis and Loretta Winslow, arrived, and a chill settled over me. They showed up late, like it was an obligation, standing stiffly in the corner. My mother, Loretta, in her expensive black dress, lips tightly pursed, wouldn't even meet my eyes. My father, Curtis, stood with his arms crossed, his gaze passing over me like I was a stranger. They didn't hug me, didn't comfort Noah or Nora. They just exchanged a few perfunctory words with other mourners before quickly leaving. I stood there watching their retreating figures, feeling my heart crush. I knew they had never truly accepted Courtney. To them, she was just that poor farmer's daughter, a disgrace to the prestigious Winslow family name I had supposedly tarnished by marrying her. The days after the funeral were a bottomless abyss. Every morning, I'd wake up and stare at the empty space beside me in bed, and the pain would surge. I tried to be strong for Noah and Nora, but raising 2 children alone was utterly exhausting. I'd be up at 4 a.m., getting them breakfast, taking them to school, then rushing to the horse ranch. My beloved horses, once my passion, now felt like a crushing burden. Some nights I'd just sit at the kitchen table, staring at a pile of bills, wondering how I could possibly keep going. Noah and Nora, bless their innocent hearts, seemed to sense my exhaustion. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.